This story time leads into a question, and it's from Anneka in Norway. Tack, Anneka. When I was in 6th grade, I was at a friend's house, and we had this brilliant idea to do flips on the sofa. Let's face it, who hasn't at that age? I banged my head against the windowsill and got a thin scar on my forehead that looks a lot like the Harry Potter scar, which I get told about a lot by friends and family. So when I look in the mirror, my Harry Potter scar reminds me not to jump on the sofa. Thank you very much for making my day with your podcast. And I have to ask, do you have any injuries that you'd like to tell us about? Anneka, great question. First of all, I hope that scar reminds you never, ever jump off a sofa again. I have a couple of scars, actually. So I've got one in the middle of my head where I fell over as a little boy and banged it. And I've got another one on my eyebrow, which again, I fell over in the playground as a little boy and had to have stitches. But I was a very brave boy, and I remember getting a Ghostbusters Ecto-1 toy because I was such a brave little lad. All the things. I've got a lump on the back of my head where I fell out a tree. It always reminds me, don't climb a tree whilst thinking that you're being safe by wrapping I basically had a skipping jump rope around my waist and decided if I climbed that way, like around the tree instead of just straight up, then if I fall, then something will stop me. But in fact, it just seemed to whip me around even more.
I remember that day because you actually fell down, landing on a hard ornament on the floor, and having watched a rescue program on the TV a couple of days before where they were talking about compression on the wound, I remember just grinding your head into the floor, making sure there was a lot of pressure on the back of your head to keep the blood in.
Which really,
and the doctor said,
helped me.
well done, well done.
Scar on my knee where I fell where I was running. My shoulder doesn't work completely correctly from skiing.
Are you finished? Gosh, I thought we were going to get through your medical history.
Little war wound.
In terms of scars or anything like that for me, I haven't really got any. I've got like a small one on my wrist, which was from wearing a bracelet, and it had like a little metal clasp on it. And going to a rock club and getting in a mosh pit, and someone knocked into it, which the like little clasp thing cut into my skin, and then next thing you know, there's blood everywhere.
Slam dunk, are you ready to make me?